Okay, this video is, I'm just going to talk about tips for the big cube. With the term big cube is a term that means all the cubes as in like cubic puzzle, the puzzle that are six-sided with squares on each side that has layers on each side that are higher than the 3x3. So 3x3 below does not count, but tip for 4x4 on up. Now, this one tip can be useful for 4x4 and all the even layered cubes. Like 4x4, 5x5, 4x4, 6x6, 8x8, and 10x10. And so on and so forth. Now, after you solve you're doing the regular reduction method where you solve the white center and then opposite of is the orange meant the yellow center or whatever color scheme you're using. But yeah, and then you work on the middle layer centers. But while you're working on the middle layer centers, you should orient a corner. Like, let's say you start off with white, then yellow. You should get like either a white or yellow corner oriented so that it's in the correct spot to check your center. If you do not do that step, you'll get this case, like right here, where you see this, where this is lined up, the green, orange, and black corners in the correct spot, but this center needs to be switched with the black center. Now, if you do that, if you end up doing this, here's a simple solution. You just bring these two up to 180. These two, like do 2 turns of it, and then do the whole middle, the equator layer, twice, and then the little or twice, and then you're done for that. And then you need to switch these two edges over like that. And there you fixed it. Now, to prevent that ever happening, then just go by your corners, cause that's one of the big tips. And just the other day, someone asked on speed solving any tip for the centers on 4x4, and I told him this to go by this, and other people read it, said I was being total idiot and saying that go by color scheme. Well, yeah, go by color scheme, but and try to recognize color scheme. That's not always 100% true and accurate, because you'll still end up with this, because if you have the normal color scheme, the American color scheme, which is white opposite of yellow, green opposite of blue, orange opposite of red, and you go by that, and sometimes you'll end up where it's all correct, all the centers are in the correct spot, but they're all correct, but when you do the 3x3 stage, it's not all correct. Yeah, and then you can get that, or you can get a case where this center needs to be switched with this center, and that you do not want to happen. And then also, this next tip can help you a lot for 5x5 on up. Because I'm not sure the general term for it. I like to call it multiple edge pairing. It's like, here's 5x5. Like, let's say you have a scramble up, and you have this edge, like you're focusing on this middle edge piece, and you're finding the red and white, and like let's say this one like down here, and then this one's like down over here. What you want to do is pair up one of the edges first, and then move this other edge over to the correct spot, and then pair it down, and then move it over like you would do after you pair it up, and then line up the centers again. That's multiple edge pairing, which can help you get faster and reduce your time, because you're not just going like this and then doing it all like that through the whole song. And then with that gives you a whole lot of general like super fast time. And that's what Felix and Kevin Hayes and Michael Pulowski use it for the 5x5, 6x6, and 7x7 world record song. They use that kind of edge pairing, multiple edge pairing, to get that fast time. And yeah, that's like generally one of the simplest things to do. And then also, during inspection, try to look for the center with the most pieces completed, or the easier, like let's say, you're starting off with center first, and then you see like this pair done. While inspecting, during the 15-second inspection, look all around, see if like, let's say, this whole bar is done, or this bar, and then this bar is done, and like try to look for the easiest ways to get this center done faster. Yeah. That's tip for big cubes. That's my tips for big cubes. And I don't know what your tip, if you all can give some more tips, just post comment or reply of this video wherever you're watching it, so you know, so it can be a whole collection of tips for big cube.